And your own son, does he get into trucking?
Yes. Oh, man. You'd see him talk about the shifter. You'd see him talk about the stacks. You'd see him talk about the chrome. He can walk over right now and tell you that's an N14 Cummins motor. And
Really?
he's 9. Yeah. And he gets it from me.
Welcome to Six Figure Trucker, the podcast where we share advice on how to be successful in trucking and have fun while doing so. We'll share stories, news, and advice on how to earn six figures in trucking, and we'll speak to guys and gals that are already doing so. Let's get to the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Six Figure Trucker, brought to you by Norton Transport. You know, if you listen to us each and every week, you know this is a platform where we elevate and celebrate the drivers that make our industry go round and round, and certainly make Norton Transport a successful company, and we are very grateful for all of them. Now, we have taken the show on the road. We are at the Mid-America Truck Show in Louisville, Kentucky, and this place is huge here at the convention hall. Lots of trucks in here, lots of accessories, lots of things that go into the trucking industry. Very intriguing, and we're very lucky to have someone who may have a familiar voice and maybe a familiar face. You may have seen him on some of our social media. Eric Ryan. Eric, how are you?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, doing great. Now, this is Eric's third time on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's it like being in person on the podcast at this huge truck show?
It's an honor, for real. This is my type of jam, man. I look forward to the truck shows. It's my first time coming to the big one, so it's kind of like the Super Bowl truck shows, in my opinion.
Gotcha. What stands out the most for you at the truck show? What pulls you in?
Probably would be the guys that I follow on YouTube, Facebook, seeing what the content that I enjoy, and then actually getting to meet them. Just got able to meet Tim Gentry over here. He's on the booth next to us. I've been following him for about 2 years. Bought me some merchandise, bought my son some merchandise because he's a father and son company trucking team. A lot of stuff he does, I understand. I go through it, and I enjoy it.
You are a loyal follower on his social media, and how would you describe what Gentry and Sons does?
What you see is what you get with him, and when I just met him, everything I put up in my mind to think, is he going to be like what he is? He is. He's just a mom and pop trucking channel. He shows you the good, the bad, the ugly. Just genuine. He's got a good spirit on him, man, and I wish nothing for the greatness for this guy.
Now, this is a beautiful rig you see right in front of us.
Yep.
Describe it from bumper to bumper.
Man, where would I start? All right. Well, pointers. This is a 379 Peterbilt, beautiful blue color. Has a great, I would say, a gunmetal gray frame, sitting on some 22.5 Peterbilt wheels. One thing that stands out in my mind right now is the stand-up sleeper, but they actually put Kenworth doors on the sleeper. And this is actually Weston Champlin's truck. How I know that, because I follow Weston Champlin and I follow Gentry and Sons. The amount of time and effort that went in this truck is truly amazing. A lot of guys they see a 30-minute to a hour clip channel, and they think it gets done quick. This has actually been a 2-year process. I've actually watched this truck grow in 2 years. Now, obviously, in the last 6 months, it stepped it up, but just to watch this show. The channel and this truck grow as his has grown, it's really cool, man. I appreciate all the hard work that's went into it and the time. Like he didn't just slap it together,
Right.
It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears you're looking at. It's shiny, it's a cat's meow, but I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of time right here, man. I couldn't imagine the hours, not just in the paint, but just the nut and bolt. This truck literally came off. This is a frame off restoration. You've seen it from the start to finish. So I can go back in my brain right now and think, okay, when he did the motor, he painted the motor, when he put the wheels, when he did the cab, chassis, all the way back to the rear, to the fifth wheel, to the tail lights. And then when he took it to SH2, who is right over here, who's another juggernaut in our industry, they do all chrome, stainless. All this chrome and stainless you see is actually his buddy right over to the left. So he's a mom and pop company that's got with another mom and pop company that I respect. This is your trucking channel right here.
What's it like to see this truck in person? Since you saw the process on his social media, but to see it in person, what's that like? Is that like?
It's everything I thought it would be. He made it very well known. Hey, it's not 100% done. It's 90% done, and I can literally look at the truck and see the 10%, the flaws that people or the haters are going to pick him apart, which you can't pick this truck apart. This is going to be a working man's truck. It's a show truck, but I promise you, the type of man that Weston is, he's going to work this truck. He'll keep it clean, but he's going to work it. So, man, if I ever get to a point where I go out and buy me a truck, again, and this is exactly what I would get.
We were talking about before we got here on the podcast, you love trucks.
Yeah.
And everything about them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how long have you had that love affair with trucks?
Well, I've been trucking for 12, but I don't know, ever since I was a teenager, little kid, as far as I can remember, I just always liked hearing that Jake brake, that boom, I was always that kid pumping the horn.
Do that again.
Yeah, boom, and I love all the motors, from PACCAR to Detroit to, all of them. But if anything, I'm more of a Cummins guy and a Cat guy, but I respect all of it, I enjoy all aspects of trucking, and I like them good old long nose. You can't beat this style of truck. I mean, this right here, this is the trucking man's truck. Long hood, old iron. I mean, they're just no sensors, no def. I mean, this is a run 'em. This truck right here, you meet this truck on the highway, it's going to pull any load down the road. It's going to get it. It's going to flat out go.
It's going to get it done.
Yeah.
We certainly appreciate you being on the podcast and making time to come here. And our first guest, Dewey Church, he drove about 20, 25 minutes. Not so for you to get here.
No. I like to drive. I think that's my passion. It was 680 miles from here to get here. But I did it in a rental car. That's just easy in a rental car, But I normally run that in a deck load. 650, 680 is what I run when time allows and everything, but that's legally what I can run. So I knew in a rental car it'd be nothing. And we're in a very nice hotel. It's a very good state, very good town. So I actually have my wife and son with me. They're going to come up later on tonight. They're going to have a really awesome night show where I look forward to meeting other content and other creators, other juggernauts, I'd say, that are good, honest people, have good spirit on them, and I look forward to meeting a guy like Troy Massey tonight. That's another guy. Like where our booth is located at, I mean, I was really excited to know I was going to be right here. I bought that merch. I spent like $70, but that ain't nothing. I just wanted to let them know that, hey, I'm glad that there's people like this in our industry that keeps people like me going.
Engaged.
Yeah.
Are you like a kid in a candy store?
Yeah, I really am, man. I'm really excited. I look forward to this. And when you emailed me and called me personally and invited me to come down here, I was already coming, sir. I had other things planned, But of course, I'm going to represent my home team. That's Norton Transport. I've been here going almost 7 years, and I ain't going nowhere. This is it.
Now, we were talking about being a kid in the candy store, and your own son, 9 years old?
Yes.
Does he get into trucking?
Yes.
Describe this.
Oh, man. I would have brought him with me, and you would see him light up. You'd see him talk about the shifter. You'd see him talk about the stacks. You'd see him talk about the chrome. He can walk over right now and tell you that's an N14 Cummins motor, and
Really?
He's 9. Yeah, and he gets it from me because when I'm home, we're on YouTube. We're out working in the garage. We're out. I don't personally own a semi. There's no need for me to own a semi. I haul the nicest equipment in the lower 48. So, but I'm very much a trucker dad. So he thinks I'm cool. He's 9. So when he ain't in boxing and football and wrestling, it's trucks, man. So
that's got to make you feel good.
Oh, I love it, man. I absolutely. My only regret is I should have got in trucking earlier in my life. I see my grandpa and everybody else in the family do it, but it just didn't hit me late. It hit me when I was like 29, but I've made up for my lost traction. You know what I mean?
You put some miles on the road.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, you're listening to Eric Ryan here on the Six Figure Trucker, brought to you by Norton Transport, and we're on the road ourselves, taking the show on the road here to Matt's, the Mid-American Trucking Show here in Louisville, Kentucky. And Eric has been kind enough to come up and join us from Oklahoma, right?
Yes, sir.
What part of Oklahoma?
Right outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm in a little town called Sperry, Oklahoma.
Now, being just outside of Tulsa and being in love with trucking, that's a good place to be.
Oh, it's the best, man. It's a good spot. There's a lot of trucking companies around us that are thriving. Some good, some bad. Right now the market's in a bad spot for guys hauling normal freight. I would say general freight. But the guys that are doing open deck and flatbedding and what we do, we're surviving. The market's just in a weird spot, but for us a whole as trucking, I'm right smack dab in the middle of a good market.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you've been doing this 7 years with us. What led you to Driveaway Trucking?
Well, if I'm going to be totally honest with you, it was my downfall of being an owner-operator. I was at the bottom. I was at the, 2017, 2018, the market failed like it's doing right now. And I was barely getting by. I was broken mentally, emotionally, everything. I was just, I had a guy that I was close with at the time. He actually worked for you guys. And he came over and seen my old truck, and it was all chromed out, and that's all I cared about was chrome. And he thought I had it going on, and I basically showed him, no, man, I don't. I'm in the red here. And he said, well, dang, I make the same type of money you make, and I don't own any equipment. And I called his bluff on it, and he showed me his pay scale, and I showed him mine, and I thought, well, if he's making that type of money, I know I can outwork him and get that, So I just he opened the door. He called Michael, and Michael gave me the opportunity, which I'm forever grateful to this day, and I'm loyal to Michael. I took it running, man. I came over here, and this is a different atmosphere. You've got to be mechanically inclined. You have to be business savvy, but it's all very teachable. Once I got the door open, I ain't looked back.
You're listening to Eric Ryan here on the Six Figure Trucker, brought to you by Norton Transport. Now, Eric, you just used the word teachable. You're now a teacher, a trainer,
yes,
a deck
sir.
trainer.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that.
Well, I think it's where my passion's turning into. I give it all to Norton because they give it all right back. So the guys that I train, I don't care how old you are, what background you come from. I just got to know if you got that dog in you. And what I mean by that is you're going to go out here and you're going to bust your butt for your family, and you're going to provide, and you're going to do the best you can do. And I'm going to know that within 3 or 4 hours being with you. I'm going to know that over the 2 weeks I spend with you on the phone before I even meet you, because I'm putting time into you. Because when I get you on the road, it's going to be me and you for 6 to 8 weeks. Because I got to know before I sign off on you that you're going to be safe, thorough, and you're going to be a dog, and you're going to go on the hunt, and you're going to represent the same company I represent. So all that comes back to being teachable.
Right.
You got to be teachable. If you're coming over with your own mindset, this is different. We are contractors. We have dispatchers you work with directly. If you can't be acceptable to going to take a load, and this load you've got, it's got to be on time, it's got to be delivered, and you got to be safe and thorough. And if I tell you, hey, we're going to do it this way, we're going to do it this way, if it's not going to work out for you, then it's probably just not going to work out. But I haven't had one guy fail or quit because they just couldn't do the job. This job is very trainable to do.
You were saying that you use a process.
Yes. I'm pretty much militant when it comes to that. I try to use it very relatable. I use it in 4 quarters, or however you want to break it down. This is a process of first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter type of process from setting up to delivery. And I just try to break that down where I make it easy, because I tell guys, this is 1,000 moving pieces, and I'm trying to get it all done in one section, So it's a lot of things have to be moving from the time you pick up your load to the time you deliver your load, and then planning your next load. And everything has to be involved there, from your e-log to your travel to your customer. Everybody has to be on one accord, and you have to have a system in place. If not, you'll get caught what I call lost in the sauce, and you'll make this job too hard for yourself. And it's not. This job is very rewarding as far as flying, rental cars, hotels. It has a lot of great perks to it, but you just got to get in the system.
And yeah, you're on the go all the time.
All the time, yes, sir.
And if you're listening to Eric, you can sense the passion in his voice about what he does for a living. And now he's branched out and has been training other deck drivers, and that's a very desirable job. We know this internally, that a lot of people want to move to the deck side. What would be your top traits of a deck driver?
Hard work and determination. It all goes back to being that dog. You got to let me know, hey, because some days when you're out there training, because of the area, you go northeast, Like say if you start off in Von Army at our yard, and you might be able to get off 650 miles, or you might only get off 500 miles, because now I might be 108 feet long and he might be 97 feet long, or vice versa. I've got to know when we start off where we're going to stop at nighttime, because that load is most important. There's some areas you can't park at, some hotels you can't park at. Now it's not only me I'm worried about, now it's the guy I'm training I'm worried about. And I take pride in his safety because I want him to go home to his family. And, a lot of guys are wanting to know how much money you can make. You can make great money doing this, but it ain't no good if you're not safe. That it all goes back to safety, right, and productivity. I mean, you got to move. So some days you'll run 500, some days you'll run 600, and the days you can only run 300 miles, well, it might be because you run 300 miles and then you've been somewhere at a customer for 4 to 5 hours on decking, right. So it's a lot of give and take, but it's a balance. It's a sweet balance. And with that system that I've came up with, it's the pedigree is what I call it. It's a beautiful science.
Gotcha. And we've been talking a lot about trucking, driving, and we're going to go on the personal side of Eric Ryan. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows you as Big E.
Yes.
There's a story there, and I'm seeing you in person. You look great.
Thank you.
Tell us the backstory on where Big E came from.
Oh, man. Well, I come from Oklahoma. My size on Big E, I guess you could say, I was almost 500 pounds. I let myself go there for a while. I was mentally strong, getting financially strong, spiritually strong, but on the physical side of it, I just had let myself go. And I was 500 pounds doing this very strenuous job. And I just got to the point where I was like, hey, I can't do this no more at this size. So I went and had weight loss surgery, and then I got in the gym, and I've lost 250 pounds in a year. And it's been the best thing for my life. I'm 38 years old, and I'm in my prime. And I'm on the hunt. And I look forward to see what life gives me the next 10, 15, 20 years, because I truly feel unstoppable with my mindset and my work ethic. And now only being, having a BMI of 29%, it's amazing, because I had a BMI of 49%, okay? So to cut that all down with a little over a year and to enjoy eating healthy and being in the gym at these hotels, it's given me a greater outlook on life.
I would say that your get up and go has been energized.
Yes, it's mind-boggling to me, really, how I was so productive, and I was safe and could do what I do, because getting on top of these trucks, running that hoist, running them crane, bending up, getting down, getting under a Z-bar. I don't know how I did it, being that big. But I did, because I'm just a hard worker. My work ethic speaks for itself. But now being 250 pounds, good luck stopping me now. You know right. what I mean?
I guess, the way you were able to do that is like what you said. You had that dog in you.
Yeah. When it's time to eat, it's time to go,
That's a good way to wrap it up here. Eric Ryan, Big E, here at Matt's, the Mid-America Truck Show. And Eric, thank you for joining us. And last question, what would you say to someone who is thinking about jumping into Driveaway?
If you're thinking about it, you need to call one of our recruiters immediately and come on. I think the worst thing I ever did was wait this long to be a deck driver. It's changed my life in all aspects, and I wish this for everybody. Come over and get you some.
There you have it from Big E. 20 minutes with Big E. Couldn't have had a better time. Thank you very much, E.
Thank you, sir.
Six Figure Trucker is brought to you by Norton Transport. Norton Transport is a drive-away trucking company that customers can rely on. It offers excellent independent contract driving opportunities to professional, courteous, and qualified drivers that can provide the kind of service we deliver. If you're interested in learning more about Norton or just want to subscribe to the show, check out 6-figuretrucker.com. That's 6-figuretrucker.com.